Okay, we're just trying to get this going here. Hi, fangirl. I'll be right back. I just gotta run to the other room because I left something on and left the lights on in the kitchen. I'll be right back. Well, that's good. I'm back. I thought I would do the golf for a bit tonight because nobody else streaming. I don't think, right? Like Kempner did his earlier, and there's no Clay one tonight, and there's no game tonight. So yeah, that was quite the day with the trade deadline. Hey Google, turn off the hallway lights. But it's probably a good thing we didn't give up too much. Like, what do you think? Were you surprised we didn't do any trades? I was kind of surprised we didn't sign Phil Kessel. Yeah, it's good that they did. Because they could have traded Kiramaki and Wheelander and some other people just to get like a guy that's only going to play a few weeks. And it shows the current players that we believe in you too, right?
Hi there, my name's John McCarthy, and I am pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. Hoping you're up for some good times. We're playing the South Course at Wilmington Country Club today. We have a first hole par 4 ahead of us. Let's get going here. That'll do. And this one's around 140 yards to the pin.
At least Petey's 11.6 million. That's correct. It's an effective. That's exactly right. When in July it kicks in for next season.
Heading for the green.
And that's good too that we got him, because that could have been a lot worse. It could have been like a day we traded him away. Like if he's not going to sign, they might have traded him.
Here we go. This putt for birdie.
But my question is, in 8 years' time, will Patrick Alvin still be here? And Travis Green.
Looking pretty good.
I mean, not Travis Green, Rick Tocchet.
And I'm liking this. So far, so good. We're starting our round under par. Let's try to keep it there.
And Jim Rutherford, too, he's getting up there in age. So I think what's going to happen is maybe 2 or 3 years, Jim Rutherford will retire, right? And Patrick Alvin will be the president and the general manager. But I just hope they keep Rick talking as long as we keep winning. Like,
nice stroke. We're on the green. This is a very, very long putt, but I have confidence in you.
but what gets me is the Aquilini family. They have all this money to be able to pay all these people, like, which is just mind-boggling for me. Like,
Six-foot putt.
and just alone, like just one road trip alone, like when they go to, like even if they went down to Seattle for a game, to get the hotel rooms for all those players, like that's
Tap.
tens of thousands of dollars. Like,
All right, tapping in for bogey to finish this one. Okay, even par at the moment.
we got 3 people watching us now, which is good.
Teeing off on a short par 5 on this one.
Live chat, we go to I think Benning should have been fired in 2021. Yeah, that's when he should have been gone. But remember, he's the one that drafted Pedersen, right? Drafted Demko and Quinn Hughes, so we got to give him a little bit of credit. But I agree, he should have been gone after that, after the Canadian Division year. Like, he never got another job in the NHL, did he? And same with Mike Gillis, the gentleman before.
Good shot.
It's good to see Travis Bean
Here's your
coaching
second
again.
shot here on the third.
I wonder if Carol's around. Like, I'll send her a message quickly.
That's not going to be good. Okay, third shot.
I'll send it to a couple of people here. Oh, Carol's online right now on Messenger. It'd be kind of cool if she came by, like. There, I sent it to her. There we go. It could be wrong, but doesn't the NHL pay for the hotel, not the teams? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. We should ask Clay that when we I'll ask Clay that in the next. Like, who pays for all the hotels? Does it the NHL arrange all the travel and the accommodation for the teams? That's a great question. Yeah, I bet they do. Hi, Carol. Yeah,
Nice
Carol,
to
we
play
were just
that
talking
line.
about how the deadline, they didn't do
About
much
9
today,
feet to the hole
right?
from
And
here.
it's probably a good thing, like. I'm doing good, thanks. And Shannon's working tonight at the Walmart. No, they didn't do anything, which is probably good
man,
because
I
they
need
could have
that.
screwed up
Let's get back on the green here.
the future if they traded away
What do
some
you
of
think
the
that shot's looking like?
the young prospects. Like,
Here we go, bogey pot.
maybe a little like,
Looking good.
I guess it would have been nice to get
Shake
those
out
guys
the
that we were
cobwebs.
talking
That's
about,
the
like
second
Toffoli and
bogey in a row,
Kessel,
we'll
but
pick
who
up
would we
maybe
have
on the
given
next
up?
hole.
Like, I guess it's always a bit
Just one over at the
disappointing when you
moment. And now we're
like when you
teeing
wait
up
most of the
on the
season to
fourth.
see who are we gonna get, and nobody comes. Like, yeah, it's complicated. Oh yeah, the book we're talking about on the clock, like, and I noticed they made them for other teams too, like
Looking good off the tee.
so I know I said in the stream the other night I was gonna order mine, which I still am gonna,
We're about
which I still am. I actually
115
did
yards
order
away.
it on Amazon, but then I canceled the order because I got a gift card for chapters that I got from Shannon's mom and dad at Christmas time, so I'm going to use it for that because they got it at chapters too. I'll just do it. I just want to do it. I'll just do it online. Like,
Nicely done.
remember a few years ago when they talking about the Humboldt Broncos
Down to
book?
even
I have that
par
book
out
too.
of this putt if you want.
And he's going to have the gentleman on that wrote the book. Was it next week? He said. So that's kind of neat.
And this next putt for the par.
Yeah, Amazon's good. I do a lot of stuff on Amazon, like. Well, it's just so convenient too.
Went right
And the
by.
Amazon, since I live in a condo, there's 33 other units in here, right? If anyone else has delivery that day,
And with that, we will move on.
he'll bring
to
our
the
stuff
next.
in. Like, he doesn't have to actually ring me because I
Okay,
could
two
be
over
at work
par
or
at the
something, right?
moment.
And one of our owners,
this fly
Gary,
here
who's
on
actually the
fifth.
president, like if anybody comes to the door from Amazon, they can buzz him and he'll let him in.
Oh, you hit the send button on that one. That one's way out there.
Yeah, part of me was hoping we were going to do like a major out of this world trade and get Sidney Crosby, right? But that would have been like that would have qualified for an emergency
One's
clay
around
stream, I think.
135 yards out.
Yeah, when I messaged Clay, it was just like a general question or comment. I'll do it on the Facebook Messenger, but it was like a big emergency like that. I would actually text him to his number.
Oh yeah, there's another green and
Yeah,
red.
but no
I'm
cap
liking
space for
it.
Crosby. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he
Here's
makes
Nate
big money,
Federer.
right? Yeah, we would have had a set. Yeah, we don't have the cap space.
Yikes, that went right
But
by.
Fangirl, do you remember when he scored the winning goal for Team Canada at the Olympics? Or you're a bit young then. That was 2010. I know. I remember quite well. Like the golden goal.
All right, this is your fourth shot.
Four shot.
Here's a 14-foot putt. Okay, the putt drops, and that's your bogey.
Yeah, I've got
and you're 3 over at the
almost
moment.
1,200 subscribers
right,
now.
Let's see what we can do here on the
and with the
hole.
watch hours, I've got like 2,806 or something. So 2,806. When you get to 3,000 watch hours, you get monetized. Like you get a little bit of money when people watch your channel. Like, is the ads that are put in. I was 13 and I believe I wasn't watching Olympics. Just watched before the 2010. Okay. Tomorrow's game is to be critical. I don't know. Begin with their new additions. I'm upset who they got. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. That game's in Vancouver, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's, of course it is, because they're playing 9 straight in Vancouver now.
That'll do for the approach. All right, good luck with this 15-footer.
Who was that, Carol? Who did you want? Was that wasn't... Was that Tyfoli or no?
Ooh.
Or Gensel?
And this next putt for par.
Yeah, it would all depend who we got, because it sounded like they wanted a lot. They wanted like some of the top prospects.
So far, so good.
Like that would only be good if you could sign them to a long-term contract.
And that'll leave you at 3 over for the day. And now we're teeing her up on the 7th
It's
hole.
almost like an auction on trade deadline day, because if two teams wanted, they'll just outbid each other. Yes, scored the golden goal. Like, I can still remember it. Like
that should do
when I was watching it at my house, my mom and dad's house. I was downstairs watching it with a friend from work, Sue McGinnis and Bill Taylor, and that just went in overtime. And the goaltender, remember the goalie he scored it on? That was Ryan Miller, who actually went on to play for the Canucks a few years later. And of course, Luongo was our goalie. It was like quite a story. Like,
just a little too much pace on that one. This one's 8 feet.
Like for us, that's once in a lifetime. Like, what are the chances again of Team Canada winning a gold medal Olympic hockey game in Vancouver with our own goalie in the net, right? Ain't gonna happen again.
And you're 3 over on your round. And here we go. Let's see what happens here on the 8th.
Because remember, Demko is American, right? And we don't have the Olympics coming here.
Setting up here in the rough, and it's a deep lie. No two ways about it.
I can see your conversation.
Right, I like
yeah,
being back on the
tomorrow game going to be a critical. I don't know if we can win their new additions. I'm really upset they got Winnipeg got the guy I wanted. Yeah, I can see everything here. Because the chat you guys see, I have a copy of that right here. Then on my TV here, I have the game playing, so I'm not actually on a computer. Like I could stream on a computer, like over here on the left, but then I wouldn't be playing a game. I'd just be talking to you guys, and that would be kind of boring, I think. I remember waking up early in 2014 to watch the goal Canada versus Sweden. I actually turned on the Feeding Olympic app. And lightly slept. Yeah, we're living in a good era now with the broadcasting and stuff because we can pretty much watch whatever we want, which is really crucial for the Olympics. Because I like when the Olympics are on, I really like the track and field and stuff like that. I don't like the boxing at all. But like 20 years ago, they would show like 4 or 5 boxing matches and show 10 minutes of the track and field. Now we can pick and choose like.
Okay, this one for the double bogey. All right, now let's rip out the scorecard, see what that's saying. And you're currently 5 over for the day. Teeing this one up on the 9th now.
If I did stream on the computer, I have to figure out like a game I could do or something. Because I can't really talk like Clay can or Kemper or those other guys. Like
this one's around 185 yards to the pin.
He got the golden goal. That was just fantastic. Like the Mia Carroll will remember the 1987 Canada Cup, Gretzky to Lemieux, right? And they won the Canada Cup, which was like quite something. And that was 6-5 in Hamilton, the Cubs Coliseum in Hamilton. I think it was Dan Kelly and Ron Roosh. I'm thinking about doing vlogs on the occasion on my channel if I get the courage to. Yeah, Demko's an American. You should, fangirl. Like you should, because like you're a good speaker too. Like there's lots of people that do it because you never know. It could catch on. Like.
He's on a good line.
What gets me is there's some people that do it like the Canucks vlogs or other teams, and they got all these fancy graphics and that, and they're very good at it, but they only have like 5 or 10 people watching them too, and they only have a couple hundred subscribers. So it's always good to like you should start out and then do something like maybe after tomorrow's game if you want.
Nice chip, fantastic.
Now remember, I used to do the Canucks game recaps, but I thought, well, like I'm just saying the same thing that everyone else says, but like it's still good to do it because Smith is an American too, eh? Okay. So that's why I do this, because there's no one that I've seen before that is actually playing golf and talking about the NHL. All right, so this is kind of neat.
For this one.
It would be nice to get more viewers and stuff like.
And this is somewhere around 155 yards out.
Like I think Clay's numbers is almost perfect. He averages about 100 or more watching every night, right? Like if you get up to the numbers the hockey guy does, it's hard to keep up in the chat. Like.
Setting up here now for our 3rd shot.
And Kepner's getting a big following now too. I like him too because he doesn't live that far from, well, he does live far, but like it's easier to visit him than Clay. But I'd only vlog the experience like travel or something. I do regular videos like reactions to the Canucks news. Yeah, you could do Nintendo, like. Actually, Fangirl, are you able to like stream playing the Nintendo Switch? Because that would be quite something. Like.
All right, pop a nice one out into the fairway on this one.
Like I have other games I could play when I stream. Like I could do the driving game, but I'm just driving around like a track. And I wouldn't be able to. It would be harder for me to talk in the chat.
Shot's coming in nicely.
Okay, you can't stream within the Nintendo Switch itself, eh?
Yeah, that's gonna
Because
be
right now
just
I'm
fine.
playing on the
Great work.
PlayStation 4,
And this one
and
is for
I'm
the birdie.
streaming like right from that. Like,
This putt's tracking. Oh yeah, well done. Back-to-back birdies. And that's 4 over for you.
see, even my
All right,
main
here is a
desktop
par
computer is
5.
about like 6 years old now. It's getting a bit old. Like at one time I should get a PlayStation 5, but that's another like $500 or $600, right? That's a lot of money, right? Then if I do that, I should really upgrade the TV here, which is like a great TV, but it's not 4K.
Okay, second shot here on the 12th.
But I'm happy with what I got. I could still get the PlayStation 5 and connect it to this TV, like. Now, when I bought this one and my PlayStation 3, actually, I bought it through Dell Canada when they offered a payment plan where you could pay so many months a month, right? I've been getting old games on the odd game on Amazon.
Nothing wrong with that. If
But it was
drops,
just
go down to 3
the
over.
case, not the game. How did that happen? I've been getting into old games on Amazon. I got one today, but it was just a how did that happen? Did you buy it from a news place? I would complain. Like you can go to Amazon and you can actually send product that not as described.
Nice stroke on that one. That's your 4th birdie.
Yeah, I would go to Amazon under your orders and request a refund.
Okay,
It happened to me years ago. I bought a scanner off of eBay, and it never came with a power cord. And the guy said, well, I never said it was coming with a power cord. But I was able to get a refund there.
We're on the green with that one. Well done. This one's 17 feet.
See, I'm happy with the PlayStation 4, and I was with the 3. But what happens is they don't make the newer games after a certain point.
Oh my. Here's a 6-foot putt.
Oh no.
No. And this will be a bogey on the scorecard.
So, Carol, I seem to remember when you started watching Clay, it was a 24-hour stream, right? How did you know he was streaming, though? Did you just stumble across it? Because I think I found Clay one time when I was looking for Canucks news, and one of the first ones I saw was Clay talking in the car, and I thought, this is kind of neat, like.
Ooh, just missed. And here's our
oh wow, it's 7 years old already? Oh wow.
It's getting there. Oh, that was almost in. All right, give it a tap. And you're currently 7 over.
Wow, that's kind of neat. Remember the Nintendo Wii? I still have one of those.
Looks like we're ready to go here on the 14th. Ooh, that one had some stank on it.
I'm just going to send this out to... See, if I was doing the driving game, I couldn't share it like this, like... I'm going to send this out to a few of my... I'll send it to Tyler too. Tyler, he's a guy that does some streams too, eh? And we'll do one more to Justin. So are you going to get the new Switch Fangirl when it comes out?
Okay, here's our third shot.
So Carol or Fangirl, do you remember a couple months ago I was playing somebody and I was playing with them, and when I did February I've upgraded since then, but the Switch helped me during COVID.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of neat because you get lost. Like it's so
putt here.
It's exciting when you play the games, right? We got 5 people watching now.
All you got to do is put that in the hole for par.
Oh,
Well, it's going right by the hole. Here comes a 3-footer.
yeah, it was Chris, wasn't it? Who I was playing with, wasn't it? I think so.
Okay, let's head to the next. All right, that leaves you at 8 over par. Let's see what happens on the 15th hole of this course.
Oh. I found somebody else, Justin, that might come by. One of my video ideas is showing my Nintendo console so I can compare the original Switch to the old. That's a great idea. That would be a fantastic idea. You could do one showing and explaining how they progressed, like through the years, like.
Nice work.
And you can talk about your different games and
Some good
that you play and why you like them.
The birdie.
Like, what is your favorite game now on it?
Looking good. And that's great. That drop shot on the last is kind of a race now with this birdie here on this one. Okay, that's 7 over for the day. Good luck here on the 16th.
16th.
Yep, that's going to do.
It's Animal Crossing hands down. So you you could talk about that like.
Well done. This one's 20.
And Carol, do you play any video games at all, or?
Right by the hole. And just drop this on in.
Yeah, that's okay.
Get a par. Ah, just right by the hole.
Yeah, the book, I looked it up and it was $27.95 on Amazon plus the tax, and I think there's shipping on that, or it might be free shipping if you're an Amazon Prime member.
The scorecard looks like.
Right.
And that's 8 over par at the moment. All right, let's see what you got here on hole number 17.
So that's a good place to get it from. Remember, it's not being released to the 28th, but you can still do a pre-order.
Ooh, there's a spicy little biscuit. This one's about 110 yards from the pin.
So Michaela might come by. She's one of the in-arena hosts at the Victoria Grizzlies games, which is the league below the WHL. I have Amazon Prime and I wanted to buy $5. So what if it's 20? Oh, I don't have a calculator. Hey Google, what's 27 times 5?
And here's an 8-footer for us.
So according to Google, Carol, it'll be $135. Plus there might be tax on that. Yeah, it'd be about $30 a book plus tax. So no, including the tax, it's $27 each. So it will be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type it in the chat. So it'll be. So I'm just typing it in for Carol here, no problem at all. About for if you want 5 copies. Yeah, so there you go. It won't be more than that. Like, okay, what I'll do is I'll do a property here. I'm just going to get it out here on the phone, no problem at all. So we're going to go here. We're going to get the calculator up. We're going to go 27 times 5. So it came to, can you see that? 135. So plus there could be a tax on that. So it could be like 150 in total, like. So that's good. Well, you're welcome anytime.
Well, that's going right by the hole, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Maybe Clay's going to give away a copy.
All right, this one for par. All right, now let's set our sights to the next. All right, you're at 8 over currently. And hole number 18 is in front of us.
I have a book written by a retired Canadian astronaut Yeah, they would be a good Christmas presents. So, Fangirl, is that Mark Garneau you're referring to? The great Mark Garneau. Not to be confused with Louis Garneau, the clothing designer.
Could head into the rough, though. Setting up here just in the light rough.
Oh, Chris Hadfield did a book called...
Stuff could be good.
Oh, that's cool. That's going to roll back here.
Nothing wrong with that. Safely on the green. 13 feet left to the hole.
Well, that's right. Market was the first payload. That's right. So that would be back in the 1980s, like. On the Space Shuttle Columbia, probably the first one. So they don't use the space shuttles anymore, do they? Or we just don't hear about it? Like when they go to space now, how do they go?
Okay, here's your fourth. Nice tempo on that chip, just nice and easy. Well done. And with that, you will seal your round with a bogey putt.
I gotta remember when I was in elementary school, it was quite something for the shuttle to go up, like.
Well, on behalf of myself and the team here at HB Studios and 2K Sports, thanks for playing. I had fun. Hopefully you did too.
No, retired in 2011 space. Oh wow, to the space station. That's kind of cool. No, retired in 2011. Because I remember there was two, sadly, that exploded. Remember, it was it the Challenger, or was it the Columbia that exploded in around 1986, wasn't it? Then there was another one in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, that it blew up coming in, like. I think the Challenger was the first one, wasn't it? It was the Space Shuttle Columbia was first, wasn't it? What do you think of both the game tomorrow? What do you think? I think they're gonna put the Smith in net, and it'd be like maybe a 5-4 win for the Canucks. But it's hard to say. Like Steve Smith played good last game. He did good, like. That's right. That's right. Challenger was the 80s, right, in Columbia. Because if I'm correct, the Columbia was the older one of the two, right? I'm just guessing on these ones. Well, you didn't miss much. We were just talking. We could talk about it again because you didn't talk about it that much. We were just talking about the trade deadline and how, like, were you surprised, Tyler, that they didn't do any moves? Like, well, what's your thoughts on that? Like, were you surprised they didn't make any trades or sign Kessel? I think I'm fine with what they did because they didn't give up any of the future, like, because they could have got some of those players, like, but they would have had to pay too much probably. Now NASA has into the Mars. I kind of feel bad for Kessel. I agree the way they did it. Like, if they knew they weren't going to sign him, like, they could have said, like, a few days ago, hey, we're not going to sign you. Like, or they could have released a statement like the Canucks have decided not to sign Kessel because we don't think he's a good fit. But I did hear somebody say on YouTube that at one time he was offered a contract, but they wanted him to start in Abbotsford first, right? But he didn't want to start. He wanted to start right on the roster and be guaranteed a spot, because don't forget he has the consecutive game streak still intact, right? That's true, because of the I've heard that too, that they would have had to move somebody out.
Hello there, and a big fat welcome to PGA Tour 2K23. Hope your round is excellent. Starting things off today with a par 4. And with that, let's crank this first drive out there and get on our way. I approve. All right, what do we got here? Looking like about 165 to the pin.
Yeah, it's all the cap.
Well, unfortunately,
space,
that's
like,
a missed green.
With the money, but I guess it's good that we have the cap, the salary cap, meaning that you can only spend so much money, like a budget, because some teams would just go bananas, like, then some teams would never be able to compete. That's why they brought it in the first place, like.
Okay, and from the green side bunker, let's nestle this one in nice and close.
I gotta be more careful here.
Looks like this one's your 5th shot.
That's okay though.
Eight-footer here in front of us. This putt's going. That's gonna work. All right, you're sitting at 2 over. All right, let's see what we can do off the tee here. It's a long par 4.
I heard Alvin's division. He talked for 20 minutes not signing Castle. He checked out to see if they could get a deal done. Yeah, that's true. Like there's always deals that are doable, but can you afford it? Like, who are the players? How would you celebrate if you won the cup? I wouldn't. Like, I'd probably cry, right? Because I've seen him like 94 and 2011 almost win it. Like 94 I was with my girlfriend Heidi at the time. We were watching it at my mom and dad's place, and just I can still picture Nathan Lafayette hitting that crossbar or post.
Wound up in the rough.
Then in 2011, my heart sank about 8 minutes into the first period when they made it 1-0. I thought it's over now. Like,
a little wayward on that approach. Setting up for our 3rd shot.
Yeah, everyone can answer that. I was just wondering where I'll be when they win it. I'll probably be at Shannon's watching it, unless it's I don't think they play afternoon games.
Okay, and this one to save
But you
the
can
hole.
guarantee, regardless, there'll be a clay stream that night. Like even if it's on a Friday night. If we win the cup, going up the street
This one
with
is
my,
a short 3-foot putt.
it would just be amazing. Like,
Looking pretty good. And right now you are sitting at 3 over par.
but a couple bounces here and there, we could be talking about, hey, do you think we'll win our third Stanley Cup this year? But no, it's going to be our first.
Come on, kick to the right.
But like they're going to take us on quite a ride, like win or lose.
Oh, you didn't hit this one, but
right,
that's okay.
in that final game, if we don't win, like you feel down for a few days. Right, it's sort of like when you come back from vacation, you feel,
bunkering on our way.
I wouldn't say depressed, but you just feel down. I'm not listening to We Are the Champions, the Canucks won the cup.
This is what our third shot's looking like.
Now here's a question.
Well
if we lose in the finals, do you want it to be a Canadian team?
Good.
Like if we lose to Toronto, are you okay of that? Or do you rather lose to one of the American teams? Right? Because I think it might hurt more if we lost to a team like Toronto.
So far, so good for this one.
But remember, Toronto hasn't even been to the finals since '67.
Well, you can't blame me for throwing out a prediction, you know.
I'd rather lose to an American team, too. But if we can't go to the finals, I'd rather have a Canadian team go. Right? If we can't go, like...
Good shot. We are about 140 yards out. Well, we're green bound here.
Yeah, me too. So I'm 51, or I'll be 54 on March 20th.
Yeah, nice work.
So realistically, if I live to, say, 85,
here we
they
go.
have like 30 more chances. Like,
oh, ever so close to getting that birdie.
Remember when the Chicago Cubs won the World Series years ago?
All right, give this a
and they
try.
hadn't won since 1908. Wasn't there a lady like in her 90s or even close to 100, and she finally saw them win it? Then she died like a few months later.
At 4 over par. This one is a par 3 hole.
That's a good idea to take the...
just nicely. This one's a 9-footer.
Yeah, it's always going to be exciting. Yeah, that's true. At least the cup would be in Canada. Yeah, that's a good point. Because it was
This
90.
one's
Who would have
tracking.
thought that 93 would be the last time that we won the cup? That a team from Canada won
There
it.
you go. This is for par.
Like when Montreal won it that night, who would have
All right,
thought that would be
down
the
puddle
last
go.
time? No one would have believed you.
Okay, currently sitting
Like
at
if
4
you
over.
went up to someone and said no one's going to win it until like 2014, no
Okay,
one would have,
lengthy
or
par 4
24.
ahead of us here.
We're 2024, aren't we? No. Yeah, we are. Where does all the time go?
It was tidy. And this one is around 180 yards to the pin. This is looking good.
Same with the Jays. They won it in 92 and 93.
Well, unfortunately,
May not win this year, making the second round.
Missed green.
Yeah, that would be good because when's the last time we won a round of the playoffs in a non-COVID
Third
situation?
shot.
But remember 2012.
No,
Like we went to the
got
finals in 11.
7-foot putt.
2012, we won the President's Trophy again, and we went out in the first round to the LA
Oh,
Kings,
my
which was unbelievable. Like, and they went on to win the cup, and the rest is history. And
And let's just drop one shot on this hole. This one's for bogey. And you're currently sitting at 5 over. We are on the 7th hole. Let's see what we can do. Good gracious, you tattooed that drive.
that's right. We lost to San Jose in 2013. And Boston, they finished first overall last year, right? And they went out in the
Okay,
first
this is
round.
about 155 yards to the pin.
But I think we got, like, Talkett's probably the best coach for us now because he's played in Stanley Cup Finals,
Can we
like
get a
Game
kick
7's 1987 with the Philadelphia Flyers. He played in that game and it was like 22 or 23. And he was on that 1987
Oh, yeah,
Canada
he'll
Cup
take
team, so
those
he's
all
actually
day.
played at a high level.
4 feet
Like, I know
to
there's
go.
lots of NHL players that have gone on to be coaches, but like Talkett, like
far,
he
so good.
knows, like he knows his
Grab
stuff,
that
right?
birdie. And right now, you sit at 4 over par.
Like, would you recognize like people like Talkett or Patrick
Second
Alvin? Like, say
shot
you're out at a
here on
grocery
hole
store
number 8.
or just walking down the sidewalk, like where you live in any place, doesn't matter what city. Like, would you recognize him or no? Like I don't know if I would. Like, I probably not in the same environment. Like would or outside near the arena, but I don't know if in real life I would recognize them because I would
Third
think it was
shot.
him, but thinking, oh no, it can't be him.
This
No.
might be a birdie if you want to drop this in the hole.
I probably wouldn't, but
This putt's tracking. Wow, amazing. Currently 3 over par for the day. Par 4 for this one.
so Fangirl, does your brother still do the track and field? Because the BCs are in Nanaimo this year for the track and field. I probably won't be going to it
Good
because
job.
that's the track I got hurt
And this
on.
one's around
Like a couple
205
years ago,
yards
remember I
away.
fell into the pit. I could be working Oh, we got a message from somebody. Could be anybody. There's a sec here we got. Shannon's just getting off her work now. Oh, he's on high school anymore, so it was a one-time deal. It was kind of neat you got to meet Clay, though.
Ooh, can we get a kick to the left? A little off on that approach, but that's okay. This one's your third.
Yeah, Clay's really nice in person, eh?
Chip. This is potentially to save par. All right, let's head to the next. And you're 3 over at the moment.
Just taking a picture to show.
Teeing it up on a par 4 for this one.
So Shannon shifts over. She's heading down to get the fangirl. No, she's not getting the fangirl. She's getting the handy dart to go home. I guess I was thinking we were talking about meeting Clay and she's going to go down to the front to meet you. But you're not in Victoria today. Oh no.
Well, what can you do about it? Nothing. And this one's about 180 yards out.
So that Kepner, he might do a meetup up island sometime. So me and Shannon might drive up to see him up there, which would be kind of neat. Like,
oh man, setting up for your 5th stroke here. Oh, that's off track.
Yeah, it was awesome. Too bad it was raining. Well, that's cool. And you only saw him for a short while, too. It wasn't like you had lunch with him, right? He was just did a quick hello.
Well, that's
or me and Shannon were able to
pretty
meet
sure
Clay up in Duncan a couple years ago with Chris Seifeld was there. And we actually had our dinner at the White Spot with him. And a year ago, January, I went to the meetup at the now defunct Monkey 9. Do you notice how he doesn't talk about the Monkey 9 anymore? Well, it's still there, but it's under different ownership now. I was in Victoria when I was young. Well, the Butchart Gardens, yeah, that's from where I am now. That's probably about 20 kilometers from here.
I went right by.
In my lifetime, I think I've been there only 3 times. I went years ago for the fireworks. So this must have been, oh gosh, it has to be maybe 15 years ago, around 2007
nice
or
up and
8.
down out of this green side bunker. From 23 feet. Ooh.
I know my friend Trina, she's got a season's pass. She likes going there with her friend Jen all the time.
Yeah, never fun to have one of these holes where you just can't.
So I should see how much a day pass is, and maybe I'll go out there with her
Well done.
sometime in the summer. That'd be kind of fun to do that.
And currently sitting at 9 over. Teeing it up now on a par 4. My goodness, you got a hold of that one. And this is about 165 yards or so to the pin.
So this is kind of neat. This gets the watch hours up when there's like 3 of us in here, because it counts as 3 hours of watch time to my total. Like,
that's okay. That's okay. We'll get on the green, maybe on the next shot.
like Clay had the idea, would just set your computer up and just play it 24 hours a day watching your own videos, but you can't watch it on your account. And I'm not sure if I log out on the computer and just play it not logged in, and it'll just watch the streams over and over again on my videos.
Down she goes.
I think they know that you're at your own IP address, like.
And after that one, 9 over par for the day. And we're on the 12th hole.
But that one video of Charlie, he got 45,000 views, which is amazing. Like,
heading for the green.
no, I haven't seen Charlie in a few days because I hurt my foot at work on Monday, so I'm not supposed to be on my foot too much. So that's why there's been no Charlie videos. But I've done some of the cooking review ones with the there was an egg one yesterday and a beef pie one this morning.
And about 5 feet to go.
Yeah, maybe it does to an extent, like, but I think you have to watch them all. Like, I just couldn't set one up to watch like a 2-minute video and watch it like 50 or 60 times.
And you're currently sitting at 9 over par. Let's see how this goes. Par 5 hole.
Yeah, it's the Walmart at Hillside. That'd be kind of neat. It'd be kind of neat to do it on a day and surprise her, like.
That's too bad. All right, here's our second shot on the 13th.
I guess she'd recognize you if you walked in the Walmart, like.
That's a great escape. Got a good amount of distance. We're in the fairway. I like. We've got about 130 yards to go here. This one's heading for the green. Yeah, that'll work. Nice approach. This putt is for birdie.
I know there's a guy at the warehouse store that's not too far away from where I live. He watches the Charlie videos and some of my other channels, and I know sometimes he lets it run, like, and it adds it up.
Hard. And the only thing left to do is sink this putt and get your par. Just a little bit aggressive there.
I'm glad I got my PD jersey last summer. Now I want a Hughes jersey and a Miller one. Yeah, you know, Shannon got the Demko one, right? About a month ago or two, and she was going to get a PD one. And I suggested to her, who's your favorite? Who's your other favorite player? She says Demko. I don't know which one to get. And I said, well, you should get the Demko one, because at this time we didn't know that PD was going to resign, right? So then she got the Demko one. And I got her the Brock Bosser one a few years ago because that store called Winners. Oh, is it Winners or is it Old Navy? Oh, is that Telecom Mall? It might be Old Navy.
Nicely struck.
They had them on clearance, like, because it was the old style, right?
5 yards out.
And in the room next door, like in my closet, I have in a bin a brand new Canucks black skate jersey that I got back when they were wearing them
Missed the green
back
on
in the
that one.
90s. It was winners, you're right, yeah.
Okay, here's our third shot.
Yeah, I got a black skate jersey in the other room. So I might check it out to see if it's in what the condition it is. And
That's a nice chip. Well done. Okay, time to head over to the next hole. Okay, 10 over for your round. And teeing it up on a par 4.
oh, Shannon's getting the handy dart now. See that bus? The handy dart bus will take her right to her house, or right to her condo. So that's good. So Shannon says handy dart driver is there, and it's Kristen, one of the main drivers, but she just ran inside to grab some cat food for her cat. Now I have one of the white skate jerseys that I got made up in '94 in the Stanley Cup run then, and it's got my name on the back. So that's kind of cool. And back then I picked number 22 for it. Like that's long before the Sedins came. Like, but I think now if I was to get a Canucks jersey made up, I would get it with number my last name and number 70, because that's the year I was born.
Oh, it's heading for the green here.
And you see the hat I got on. It's from the Hockey Hall of Fame. I actually bought that when I was at the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2015.
All right, here we go. This one for the birdie.
In Toronto when I went with my brother, because we were there for a company dinner to celebrate my 30 years with Compass Canada.
All right, 9 over par for the day. Okay, I have a good tee shot here now on the 16th.
Yeah, they're expensive though. Like the one I got at Winners for Shannon, I think was like $60. But I think like Shannon paid like $250, $275 for the one she just got. Like, but if you don't wear it, like if you're just careful with it and take care of it, they'll last for a long time.
Well done.
And you know I got a Trevor Linden one a few years ago at a second hand store, like $25, and it's got his name and number on it. Now I'm not saying it was a game worn jersey, but it does have the fight straps on it.
Score is 8 over par.
So I'm thinking somebody got it made up and they had it when they were playing in their own little like beer league. Heck, while you're in Vancouver, check out Montreal Mall. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be near there.
Nice.
Because we're staying in the Rosedale and Robson in downtown Vancouver. And we're staying with my sister, so we'd have to do it on the next day. I guess because we're going over on the game day on the Thursday morning. But someday I would like to do like a day trip or do a thing like that. I've been to the Metrotown Mall in Burnaby because the track champions used to be at that Swangard Stadium.
Okay, let's see what the next
But that's a
hole
great
has in
idea
store
because that's
for
where they
us.
have Build-A-Bear, right?
Currently sitting at 8 over. And let's bring this thing home now on the 18th tee.
I hardly ever order from Skip the Dishes or that or DoorDash, but I was going to order the other night. I was going to order from Brown's Craft House, like a hamburger and fries and all that. And it had a 50% off coupon, so it's going to be like 15 or 16 bucks, like all together, right? But I thought, no, I'll wait to Friday night and do it, right? So I went to order tonight, and there was no coupon valid anymore. So that was kind of sad. Then I checked on DoorDash, and they had a 50% coupon special today, but only for certain places, like.
Yeah, we'll have that. Setting up for our third shot.
But I did something neat the other day. I did order my groceries to the Walmart website and had it delivered, and I thought that was very good. Like, because it didn't cost me that much. Like, my order of groceries came to like 65 bucks for everything, and in that there was like a $7 delivery fee plus a $6 driver tip, which isn't really too bad. Because I find if I go to the store myself, I'll impulse buy. I could go down an aisle and see something that I want that I don't need, like.
Looking good. Okay, and today
or instead of buying one bag of chips, you're buying 3 bags of chips.
On the final hole, good job. And as this one comes to an end, it's going to be 8 over par for you. Well, that is all she wrote for me. I had an enjoyable time ripping around the links with you today. See you next time.
I might do one more round for those that are staying, because I don't know what else I would do. I would just probably go to bed and watch YouTube videos. Like, there's nobody streaming tonight, is there? Like, we got no Clay, there's no After Dark, there's no Kemper Canucks, and because I certainly wouldn't be doing this if one of the main guys are streaming, like. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Saturday night, we have to turn our clocks ahead an hour, right? We spring forward. No, sometimes it's fun to play these ones. Like these ones here, newly added, are ones that people have created themselves, right? So it's kind of neat to play somebody's own design. Like, it's always fun in November when we go back an hour, because I always kid with my friends and co-workers that we have a long weekend. They say it's not a long weekend. I said, yeah, it is, because we're getting an extra hour's sleep. But tonight, or it's not tonight, it's tomorrow night we go to bed, we do the clock thing, right?
Big fat welcome from me, John McCarthy, to PGA Tour 2K23. Hope everything's going well, and we are staring down the fairway of a par 5 first hole. Let's get this going.
Oh, did I screw something up here? Oh, we don't with the putter. What are we doing? Normal. That's right.
I think she's coming in for a landing on the fairway.
You definitely want to have the right control when you do this. Like, That's okay though, because
Well,
it's not going to roll back.
Turns out, funny story, you ended up in the rough. Okay, second shot here on the first.
Yeah, see, this is a crazy course, but it's okay though. It's fun sometimes to play these. Oh, it's going to go in the water.
Oh, into the water. Setting up here for your fourth shot.
See, I thought a few years ago they were talking about doing away with the daylight saving time.
This putt's left to save par.
We had a tiny bit of snow here the couple days ago, but it wasn't that much. It was enough though for me to have to get out the snow brush to get the snow off the car when I parked at the drugstore.
Just, yeah, a little too much on there. Okay, 26 footer from here.
26 feet. Oh no. Stay there. Nope. Nope. Oh, it's going back down. Oh, 10 centimeters. Oh, wow. Predicted 20 to 30.
Okay, this one's 20 feet.
See, here where I live in Victoria, people aren't as prepared for the snow as other areas because we hardly ever get it, right? Stop. Oh.
All right, triple bogey. Here's our look.
See, this is somebody's crazy course, right?
Oh, no.
No, stay there. Oh, no.
And from 22 feet out.
It will only give me so many chances and it will automatically make me go to the next one, like... I don't think it would be this tough, like... Stop! Oh, no.
This one's a 21 footer.
Which arena out of Vancouver then? What NHL arena other than what I want to go to? That's a good question. If I could pick any arena, maybe if it's in Canada, maybe Edmonton, because it's like I know they didn't win the cups there, but since the Oilers have such a rich history, because I've seen the one in Ottawa before, and I've been in the one in Montreal, but not for a game. When we went to Ottawa in 2014, we did a day trip, and we got to go in the Bell Center just briefly.
Ooh, just.
And if it was in the States, maybe the New York Rangers won Madison Square Garden. This is gonna time out in a sec.
This hole has been a rough ride, hasn't it? Let's try to drop this putt. And then we can
Yeah, this will be the last one, then they'll make me go on to the next hole.
Ouch, right by the hole.
Oh. What arenas would you guys like to go to?
Well, that's too bad. You reached our shot limit on that hole. Gonna move on here. And 7 over at the moment.
So it wasn't as bad.
Okay. Out there.
Yeah, so Edmonton in Canada, maybe the New York Rangers.
Well, that was never going to be good.
It'd be kind of neat to see that.
Second shot here on hole number 2.
You just remember when I went to the Ottawa one, we saw Ottawa and the New York Rangers play in the playoffs in 2014,
branches here,
which was kind of neat.
And from rough to more rough. And this is our third shot. Okay, landed on the
Climate
fairway.
Pledge Arena, that's the one.
Next one on the green.
Is that the one in Seattle? That'd be kind of neat to see that too.
This one's looking good.
And of course, I did say a few games in the old Pacific Coliseum back when the Canucks played there.
Well judged. Okay, this one for par. Looking good.
Yeah, that'd be a neat one to see.
Okay, well played.
Now, you've heard us talk on Clay's stream before about Dan Russell's sports talk show, right? Well, back in the late 80s and early 90s, when it was really popular, they would do once in a while what's called the road trip of a lifetime, where they would go on a road trip with the Canucks and see like 4 or 5 games, like, which would be kind of neat to do in this era with Clay, like. Yeah, I like the Kraken too. They got cool uniforms and stuff. Like maybe next year if Clay does that again.
35 from here.
Like Clay's going to be away in the summer, isn't he? Though, right? Because I was thinking we could maybe talk him into doing a baseball game. And the Jets Arena too. The name, that's right. Hang on. Yeah, that first hole is the one that really fouled us up here. But we're still having fun, that's why we do it, right?
Okay, third shot.
I've only been to the Pacific Coliseum once to see Shania Twain in 2004. So she played in the old arena then, Fangirl? Or did she play where the Canucks play now? Shania Twain, that must have been something to see. I have a video of her doing a concert. Like a DVD video.
Here we go. This putt.
That's what I really enjoy at night. Sometimes when I'm going to sleep, I'll have my mini iPad and watch like concerts and stuff, or certain songs from concerts. One of my favorite ones to watch is
5-foot putt.
Is Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill. It's that one song.
Well, let's just pop this in and grab a bogey.
Played in the Pacific Coliseum. My uncle who went with me and her mom confirmed this. It's so cool. That's a nice little arena too. It holds about 16,000.
Good stroke. And that's 8
What
over
is
par
the
at
Jets
moment.
arena? Hey Google, where do the Winnipeg Jets play?
Wind's blowing right in our face on this one.
According to Google, it's the Canada Life Center. I haven't heard that before, though.
And second shot here on the 4th.
Second shot today. No way. How's this gonna work? Well, we're gonna have to. Yeah, that's kind of weird how they're worried about that. Like, and try to put it over here because there's more space over there.
Taking driver off the fairway, are you?
You think they would move the Phoenix Coyotes? Like, it would be hard with the sketching, but I wonder if they've ever thought about,
third.
like, since they want to go to Houston or they want to go to Salt Lake City, if there's any scenario where they could do like a trial, like play so many games in
Not quite sure
in one city and so many in the other, like.
Okay, I'm liking it. Back in the fairway, that's great. Okay, this one's about 1.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way the green's up on top of that. There's no way. I can't get it up there.
And this is your 5th shot.
No, the green's not up there, is it? You guys, it's around here, I hope. It's got to be over here. Like the, you know what I mean, where the flag is?
All right, you can sink this and salvage a bogey on this one.
What? There's no way we're going up there. How are we going to get it up there? Oh, see, this is where it's wrong. Like,
all right, let's drop this one in, snag that double bogey, and move on.
how do they expect me to get up on top of that? Like, I think it's going to time out again. There's no way I can get up there. Yeah, it's going to time out again. I shouldn't have put this. I should always pick an established course.
Out.
Yeah, there's no way we can get up there. there's definitely probably a trick to it. Like maybe when I get close to this one, I'm supposed to go somewhere else
Way
first.
out there for this putt. Good luck.
Unless they want me to use the gap wedge to get up there. No. The Cody's owner is determined to get the land he wants to win an auction, and yeah, it's been going on for too long though, right?
All right, here we go. This is the last putt of the hole, right? Right?
Yeah. That's stupid. Remind me not to play this one again. I should have a list of what courses not to play.
Godspeed, my friend. Very long putt ahead.
Hey, you just said it was the last one, I thought. No. Yeah, they want owners, or they want the...
Well, that's too bad. We reached the shot limit. That's never fun. And the wind's a little blustery, blowing right to left on this one.
See, maybe I'm supposed to go over here. If I put it here, because if I go where it wants me to go, it's gonna, it's just gonna roll into the water, right? So if I intentionally put it in the rough, well, it's still going to roll down.
That's unfortunate. Here's our second shot on the fifth.
Well, at least we're on the green. At least we can see the pin this time.
All right, here is a look at our par putt. A little bit too firm on that one. Okay, 18 feet to the cup.
See, another way I could get the watch hours up, like you guys were saying, I could watch my own videos. Or if I had a whole pile of...
Well, it's heading towards the hole.
More viewers on this stream, but I have to have more computers and have
man.
accounts and stuff, because to watch the viewers, you got to have a name, right? Yeah.
And that putt will drop. Now let's see what we
But the aggro or the argo video, the rhythm or they call it, it's weird how sometimes some of the videos you post get thousands of views and some get only 100 or so, or even 20 or 30. Like,
good job. And this one's around.
So I wondered more if people would watch
to the pin.
if I wasn't doing the golf, if I was playing a driving game that's driving around in the circle all the time. That would be kind of weird, but it would be kind of hard to do the chat though, right? Oh wow! Oh, Bosser will be eligible to sign an extension starting this summer. Oh wow, that's interesting.
Great golf I just saw on this hole. Next putt for Eagle. Here we go. This putt for the Eagle.
I hope they decide to keep him, but I guess it all depends what he's asking for. Like,
bit too much power into that putt. All right, 19 feet to the cup.
19 feet.
Looking super.
Yeah, that's the best putt of this round.
Fancy putter work.
Yeah, do you think, Pete, you think people would watch the driving game or the golf is better for this chat? Like,
going right to left on this hole. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll be on the green eventually. Second
yeah,
shot
I
here
actually
on
prefer the golf too because like I can stop. You know how sometimes I stop and but I definitely won't play any of these. I won't play any of these like funny courses again. Like this is what they call a fantasy course, meaning somebody has made it themselves. Like.
I think we're in the rough.
Oh, I did way too far. Why did I do that?
And yeah, wound up back in the rough, unfortunately.
There's another golf game I have that I gotta practice sometime. It might be fun to play. It's called Everybody's Golf, and it's with these cartoon character guys. Like that might be fun.
Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right. Okay, here's your fifth. Okay, this is your sixth shot on this one.
I don't know. I should have switched to a different course, but I don't know if I can do that though.
Ooh, what's going on here?
So we're gonna switch to a different course here. We're doing a 9-hole course that's easy, like. So what we'll do is we're all still here, right? Yeah. Nintendo has a game called Mario Golf Court on Switch. That'd be fun to play. And I remember the original Nintendo, it had a golf. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back here. Official. Oh, more filters. Nine-hole. Mike, they have to keep seeing. That's a good point. Why do we just, like, hang on, what happened here? Hang on, I want to get to the... Oh, I just saw it. I gotta go back. This one, we'll do this one, then that'll be it. Oh, we'll try this one. Back in the Christmas '95, I got the brand new. It was the Sega Saturn, and it came with a Pebble Links Golf. Well, it didn't come with it. I bought it. I bought the Pebble Links Golf for the Sega Saturn on EA Sports. Or not EA Sports, but I think I got it here. Do I have it? Yeah. The Pebble Links Golf. So Christmas morning, back in '95, me and my girlfriend at the time were playing this game on the Sega Saturn, the Pebble Links Golf. Like, and that was great memories from back then. And it had, yeah, just the one course. And that was so cool playing it back then. It's still loading, eh?
Hello and welcome to the game. My name is John McCarthy.
And it's a real course.
You chose to fire up a round of PGA Tour 2K23. And here we go.
Now, I don't have a capture card or a fast enough computer because there's no reason why I couldn't stream that one, but I got no way of streaming it on here.
Oop, that's no good. Second shot here on the first.
Yeah, I won't play those non-fantasy courses again unless I previously played it, like.
This one's looking pretty dialed. This one actually ended up...
I'm glad we kept Lindholm. We didn't give up on him yet, like.
And this is your third shot.
See, at least we know what we're doing now. We're on the good.
Here we go. Drop this and save that par. Well, didn't quite get there, did it? 3 feet to go. We're starting the round off above par. Don't even worry about it. Lots of golf left to play.
Hey Google, where's the Masters played?
This one, the wind is picked up. It's going left to right.
Augusta National Golf Course. Augusta. So we should play that one night. Probably not tonight, but another night we'll do that. Mike, I'm worried about the next 2 years. I bet there's a lot of money to fill with the top six in defense. Joshua won 4. That's right. Yeah, Joshua extension and Hornacks. Yeah.
Shot here on the second.
Yeah, you gotta be so careful with the money, like. And which is sad in a way because you're gonna lose good players, right? And good teams won't be able to keep their star players together, like.
Safely on the green. Lining this one up at 21 feet.
But since we know we're going to make the playoffs this year, and if we don't win the cup, like, what would be a satisfying season if we made it to the second round? Or do we have to make it to the third round to call this year a success?
12 feet to go.
Like, I think we have to get past the first round for sure. Right? And we have to make, I think we got to make it to the third round to be a successful year.
Oh, it's getting there.
Like, every game is so crucial, as we know, right? And every win, every loss, like. Remember 2011, the game that got me was Game 3 when we lost 8-0. We can't have that happen.
Let's see what happens here on
I mean, we had to trade away Burrows. That's right, yeah.
Nicely done. We've got about 120 yards.
So when I do this streams, is it better if I do it on on a Friday night when nobody else is streaming and start around like 8:30 or 9 like I did today, or would you rather me do it after like a Clay stream and start on a Monday night at midnight?
Well, unfortunately, we missed the green here. This is what our third shot's looking like.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, because then it's early for me. The only reason why I was doing it the Monday nights is typically I'm off Tuesday and Wednesdays.
Ooh. Superb shot, especially hitting out of that rough. That hole will keep you right where you were at.
But if Kempter's streaming, I wouldn't want to like stream in his stream because I like doing his, I like watching his too. Like.
And as we tee off on this one, it's a short par 4. Could be fun. Ooh, this one might be going a bit long.
Too long. And I think we like it when we play different courses all the time, as long as they're playable, right?
Oh, man, that was nuts. And sink this next putt, and you'll grab that birdie. Okay, let's see what we can do on the next hole.
Got a message.
And after that one, you'll go down to 1 under par. And as you tee off, we've got a par 3.
Yeah, Shannon's home safe now at her place. We need to get rid of Mikheyev's contract off season, like him as a player, but the money could be he's what's he making now, like $4 million and something?
Well, looks like you're a bit off on that approach. Here's our second shot on this 5th hole. Great shot into the hole. Well done. And cue the replay. And after that, you'll go down to 2 under par. Okay, this hole, we got a tailwind to deal with.
Probably a Pearson type deal when we throw in a weak pick. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good point, Mike. So, Mike, do you watch the Canuck Clay channel? Clay Emo, Clay's Canucks commentary, or how did you find this channel? Or do you watch Kempner Canucks? Because we all watch the Clay one. And sometimes I watch Kempner. It's just interesting how you found this. I don't recognize your name. Oh no, how did I hit it way too hard?
We are in the deep
Clay, you do
here.
watch Clay under the same name? Oh, it's Disturbed Fangirl. This is Disturbed 1. I know you. Yeah, you're one of the main people.
That'll work.
That's right.
Sinking this will take you to 3 under.
We know Tyler and Carol, of course, are from the Clay.
Yikes, that went right by.
And Fangirl, of course.
4 feet to the cup. And that will work. And that has kept you at 2 under par. All right, tee this one up and stick it on that green out there. Well, missed the green on that one, but I've already forgotten about it.
Well, I wonder what happened to Jasker. He hasn't been on Clays for a while. Yeah, that's true. And you know what's weird? Like sometimes I'll watch just for fun one of the streams from a couple years ago, and a lot of different names like where's Dexter? And Fangirl, you've been on like almost from the beginning too, right?
And in the hole. And
Yeah, so you remember the days when he used to stream from his living room, right? You could see the kitchen in the background and the car crash. And
we got a left to right breeze on this hole.
yeah, early 2020, that's same here. Like that's
a good one.
Wow.
And this is around the 190 mark.
Yeah, but you were one of the original mods. I think you were in the first wave, like.
This approach is heading right at the pin.
Because I remember when he first started, he didn't have any mods, right? Like 0 mods, and he wasn't taking donations. He didn't even want the donations. Because I remember the first time somebody started giving donations, it was a night where, like, somebody said,
third shot.
will you wrestle Sean if he raised $100? And so I guess I would. So then everyone started giving money, like, and
well, that's great. Leaving the bunker behind.
So when somebody buys a $5 membership, I think he still gets some of the money, like, or when somebody gifts the membership. So if you're doing a donation, you're better off to do the donation or the membership.
No, that was tough. It's a little bit too hard on that one. All right, this one's about 9 feet from the cup.
Oh, Shannon's watching for a bit. Thanks, Shannon, for coming by. Like we've been talking about the like the trade deadline. Oh, so you get 70%. Oh, that's good.
Rolled right by. And for the double bogey. And after that,
And we've been doing this for over 2 hours. Shannon, has been lots of people in and out. Like
even par for you now.
YouTube gets 30%.
Well, see if you can use the tail.
So that means, Mike, if people were getting donations, if somebody gave a $10 donation, you get $7 of that. Is that right? See, I'm not quite at that stage yet. I need a few hundred of watch hours. Like, yeah, 2 hours of golfing. We played. You should have seen the last course we tried to play. We got like to a hole 5 or 6, and I had abandoned it because there was a
shot on the ninth.
What they call a fantasy course, meaning somebody made the course, and it was so crazy. The last one I had to try to put up a big mountain type thing. So, since you weren't in the beginning, Shannon, remember I was telling you about in '95 I got the Sega Saturn. Well, I still have the game for the Sega Saturn, right? And that's what we played Christmas '95. But of course we're on the PS4 now. But it's the same course.
In there. It's your 4th birdie of the day. Okay, that'll bring you down to 1 under.
Oh, you were in the second wave of mods fan growing clay, so I think I was too then.
All right, let's have a nice.
Because I know Dexter and them, they were in the first wave. Luckily on clays we haven't had that much trouble lately, have we? Well, I'm glad I didn't get traded to Richmond Walmart since the trade deadline was today. Yeah, there was some talk that Shannon would be traded to Richmond, to the Richmond Walmart for like a second round pick in this year's Walmart Greeter entry draft. But apparently they didn't have the salary cap space to sign Shannon because Shannon has 2 years left on her $8 million a year contract. And they would have been right against the salary cap. That's what I heard, right, Shannon? And there's Scott Fox from the Lambrick days, of course.
Going towards that hole. And you're finding your way around this course. That's your 5th birdie of the day. Okay, and you're down to 2 under par now after that one. And the headwind is definitely a thing on this hole.
Oh, Kempfer's live? Oh, really? Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, you go there. If you want to go to Kempfer, go to Kempfer.
Okay, second shot on the
right, 11th. And I'll go there when this is over, okay? Like, if you want to go to Kempfer's, by all means, go. That won't be hurt.
I like the way this is tracking.
It's funny he's streaming now. I didn't think he was going to do it tonight.
Well, you've managed to make me jelly. I wish I could play video game golf like you. All right, here we go for the birdie.
There's a lot of disappointed fans right now. There's a lot of people trying to say, hey, everyone just relax. Yeah, it's weird. I think it was going to do that, but that's okay. But we'll finish this off quick, like.
Shaping up out here. That's birdie number 6 on the day. And after that one, you'll bring your score down to 3 under. Teeing it up now on the 12th.
I did. I already did. Like, not now, but when I started this 2 hours ago, I sent him a notification
Ooh, it looks like you're going to be...
Like I sent him a message saying I was going to go online, like. I've already been doing this 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, the Canucks did nothing, but that's okay because you don't want to give away the future. Like they could have gotten those players, but you got to give up more. Like we don't want to give up like some of the young people in the.
Oh. And for the bogey. Okay, now let's.
Yeah, what was there was players in the past that Canucks have given up on Tread Diet. Remember years ago, everyone, Mike Pekka. Now, you guys may not remember that name, but he's a young star the Canucks gave away at one time. And remember, I don't think it was a trade deadline situation, but we gave up a Cam Neely several years ago for Barry Peterson. Yeah. Can I go watch Kemper now that I'm home and you can chat after my foot? That's a great idea, Shannon. You go right out. Yeah, you do whatever you like. Because we can chat anytime you go to Kempner's. Like, there's no problem at all. Yeah, I'm glad Benning's not GM anymore. Like, see, I really liked it how they hired Patrick Alvin and Jim Rutherford that weren't like the old boys club, like meaning they had no prior to connection to the Canucks. Like Benning did play for the Canucks. It's nice to get like fresh blood in. Like
this one's just a 5-footer. And that putt of yours will drop on in there for the par. And scorecard says sticking right there at 2 under after that hole.
The only thing I don't like about Kempter's streams is when he goes off the air, it's kind of abrupt. Like you'll say, well, I've been on for 40 minutes. Thanks all for coming. We'll see you next time and goodbye. Like at least with Clay, we get sort of like a soft countdown. Like, okay, I got to go in 2 or 3 minutes. We got like 5 more questions. Then he'll do the golf, or then he'll do the dad joke. Like,
okay, here's our 3rd shot.
Stan Smith was there forever.
Man, that was on target. Okay, here's
no pets. We're not allowed pets. Right. Or I'd have Charlie visit once in a while. Like,
good luck here. This is for par.
And they say it's because of the shared laundry.
Right,
but that's a lame excuse because Shannon's apartment, they all have shared laundry, shared laundry. Right, and if people have pets there.
To left on this one.
Like up until a couple years ago, we weren't even allowed to rent out our suites. You could only like own them, but now since the government changed the rules, you can buy a suite and rent it out. Like, or if I wanted to move somewhere, I can rent my suite out. Before I wasn't allowed to do that. Unless it was like family, like it had to be like one of your kids, like. Or to your mom or dad, you could rent it out too, like.
Here's a 17-foot putt.
No, if I could, Charlie would visit. He'd like it here because I know it means nothing to you, but Scott Fox will know it's in Esquimalt on Lamson Street near Lamson and Head. And my suite's at the front of the building, and it's an enclosed deck, so Charlie could go outside on the deck and see all the traffic go by. Now, last night there was some action outside the building. I was in this den, and I could hear this girl screaming, get off of me, let me go, get your hands off me, don't touch me, right? So I ran on my deck. I was about to call the police, right? But I could see the police were already there, and apparently they were trying to arrest her for disorderly contact, right? Because I could hear the police yelling at her like calm down, you're already in enough trouble. We've already got you for assaulting a police officer and resisting arrest, like. So I really don't know what happened. I know at one time there was 3 or 4 cop cars out there, and at one point another car came and a woman came out and said it was her daughter, like, and she was trying to get her daughter to calm down. So I don't know. Like, it was kind of scary, like.
And what are you thinking? What are you thinking out of this fairway bunker? Let's see what you got. Yeah, this one's your 4th shot.
Yeah, they rent sky high. Like back in 95 to 2001, I rented an apartment on Robert Street for $310. No, not 310, $510 a month. $510. Then in 2016, I rented this in the same building for about 6 months, and it was $850 a month. Now that same building is $1,600 a month for a 1-bedroom.
Good luck on this par 3 hole.
But what gets me is you can go to Alberta, you can buy a nice house for like $400,000 with some property, and my condo would be about like $450,000, $500,000 now. This is nuts.
And this will save your par. This one's on a good line. Nice putt in there for par. Heads up, wind's blowing left to right here.
So they try to trick you, right? They give you the wrong club. They try to give me the 3. Yeah, because it's good for us because if we ever have to sell.
Looking pretty good off the tee. Setting this one up 145 yards away.
Yeah, it's so expensive in Vancouver. Like, is this nuts? Like,
I think this is bound for the green.
and everything goes up like a Big Mac meal now. It's like close to $13, $14. And I remember back in the 90s when I first started working at the Bay, it was like $3.99. And it's the same food. Like nothing's changed. Like the cheeseburger is the same now as it was back then.
And as this one comes to an end, 2 under par for you.
I don't think I've done a Big Mac meal review. I should. I should. That'd be a good one.
We'll see you next time.
You know, the other day I did the egg meal, and I did a beef pie one today. Yeah, you saw it, and there'll be more Charlie videos like next week or the week after. Just that I've hurt my foot, and I gotta stay off my foot, right? So yeah, the doc said I gotta stay off my foot for a while. So I think what I'm gonna do now, there's only 2 of us watching. I'm gonna call it a night. And maybe I'll do this tomorrow sometime, because I am off for a few more days anyway. I'm not as big on the Charlie videos, meow. Yeah, but the food ones are fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it call it a night, and we'll see you all next time. I might go in and check Parker's out, not Parker's, what's his name, Kempter's. So thanks, Fangirl, for coming by, and we'll see you all very soon. Like and subscribe. Oh.